St. Louis. Thank you for tuning in to STL TV. I'm Angela Hochman, and joining me is Juanita Wilson and Shanika Pruitt from Chi Eta Phi Sorority, which is a nursing sorority. And they are here to tell us more about the exciting upcoming 57th Middlewest Region Educational Conference and annual meeting. Wow, that is a mouthful. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Oh my gosh, I know this is a very busy season for you. So I'd love to know, just break it down for me. What is Chi Eta Phi for those people that may not be familiar?
So Chi Eta Phi is a nursing sorority that was founded in 1932 in Washington, D.C. It was founded by 12 nurses. They got together. There was a need for this sorority because 1932, African American nurses had it very hard. So they made this sorority, and it was to support each other, to elevate the plane of nursing, and just to support, because you needed that support back in 1932. So that is the basis, and pretty much our motto is service for humanity. So we love to serve our community. And the goal is to do blood pressure screenings, educate. A lot of people who look like us, they want information from us.
Sure.
They trust us. So when we're in the community and we're doing the blood pressure screenings, we're teaching, they're actually listening, because a lot of the times with our history, there's been some hesitancy with them trusting the system, trusting doctors. So when they do see us, they trust us. So we are service for humanity, and that is what we do.
Incredible. I could not have said it better myself, even if I tried. So I would love to just back up a little bit. So Shanika, can you tell me maybe why did you choose to get involved in this particular sorority?
So for me, it was about sisterhood, but also about just elevating professionalism among Black women. Sometimes that's hard for us to be able to find, being able to talk to somebody that looks like me, that can understand some of the things that I go through without putting anybody else down, but just that we can encourage one another, how we can be better. So I sought them out, and one lady that I knew, she was able to invite me to an like an informational session, and I was sold at the informational session. I was like, how can I be a part? I want to be a part of this and to see it advance and just to see us do better in nursing as a profession. And so that's how I became a member.
Wow. So how long have you been involved?
So I've been involved for 2 years.
Okay.
Yep. And so I came in right before the pandemic, and that has made for an interesting 2 years because of that. Yeah.
And if anything, I mean, the need for the service that you do could not have been more elevated during that time.
Yes.
And so, Juanita, correct me if I'm wrong, but you are the vice president. Kind of a big deal.
Yes, I am. And the vice president role is actually very important because I coordinate our events, our service to the community. I coordinate all of that. So it is very important.
Sure.
And I've been in for 8 years.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And you do have an exciting new event coming up. We touched on it earlier, the 57th annual event. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so April the 28th to May 1st, we'll be at the Westport in Sheraton, the Sheraton in Westport. It's an educational conference. This year, our theme is diversity, equity, and inclusion, because not just that it's an important topic, but it's definitely something that we all can get more information on, be more well-versed about, but also share, ideas that we have that have worked either with our dealing with patients, with us dealing with other coworkers, and things like that.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So I know there is quite an extensive lineup for this event. I mean, first of all, it's multiple days. This is not just like one thing packed into one day, but we've got an awards dinner. There's going to be a keynote speaker. There's a humanitarian award. There are workshops galore. And it's really especially exciting that the Director of Health in St. Louis, Dr. Marty, is going to be a part of it. Can you talk a little bit about what excites you most for this upcoming conference?
Well, that would be one of the aspects. So she is our Pathfinder Award recipient. I had the pleasure of hearing Dr. Marty a couple years ago doing education about AIDS. And because she comes from an infectious disease background. And so I think that she is a phenomenal choice. Our committee accepted the person that nominated her, and hands down, there weren't any other runners for it. So we are very excited about just being able to honor what she does in our city.
Sure, sure. And what about you, Juanita? I know there's a lot going on over the weekend. What excites you?
It's the same, but I've been to many regional conferences. It's very exciting because we are hosting this. Yeah. Like before, I've been in for 8 years, and our chapter has not had the opportunity to host. So a lot of planning, a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. But most importantly, I'm looking forward to the sisterhood. We have a great time when we get together. I mean, it's just phenomenal. We laugh, we play, we get serious for our business meetings. So it's just a great time all the way around.
That's awesome. And you both come from very different backgrounds. I mean, you were involved in other organizations before this. What is something that people might be surprised to learn about Chi Eta Phi, if you had to choose?
I would say that we've been around since 1932.
Yeah.
That's the thing. When I got in, I'm like, I've never heard of this before. And you're telling me it's been around since 1932. So I would say that's it for me, 1932.
Yeah, that longevity. And it was founded in, is it correct, Washington, D.C.?
Yes, correct.
And this is a national organization.
It is.
I mean, wow, and to be hosting it locally. And you've got people from all the other different chapters that are going to be attending this year.
Yes.
That's awesome. What about you?
Well, probably similar to her. I didn't realize it had been around for so long. And then when I found out, and then just finding out some of the people that were part of the organization that I knew that were a part of other things, I was like, wow, I can see how a lot of the leadership that you learn and the service that you learn, how it branches out, and it's really effective in the communities that we work in.
Right, right. So what does your involvement look like, maybe on a day-to-day basis? What are some highlights besides planning a huge, awesome, exciting conference?
I would say it looks like just serving our community. Most recently, we did what's called Kidney Sunday. That is, in the African American churches, we go and we give information about kidney health and kidney disease prevention. So that's what we did in March. This month we have the conference, of course. And in May, we will be participating in the African Arts Festival in Forest Park. And we will do blood pressure screenings and education. So that's what it looks like for us.
Oh my gosh, okay. I mean, I feel like you guys are just getting started, although it's been there since 1932. There is so much that the community needs, that the world needs, and you guys are absolutely in the perfect place, lending your talents, abilities, your passions, your backgrounds to truly give back and do meaningful work. Wow. I am so excited for you two and what's to come. I cannot wait to hear about the conference. And I can't help but notice you two are wearing the colors of the sorority.
Absolutely.
I was like, was that planned? Is that incredible? You two, I just wanted to thank you so much for taking time out of this very busy season. Like I said, we've got the conference coming up, 57th Middlewest Region Educational Conference and Annual Meeting. That is going on April 28th through May 1st. At the Sheraton Westport Plaza. There is tons of information on the website, including ticket info. So make sure you check out chietaphi.org and you will get the scoop that you need there. Juanita, Shanika, thank you so very much for taking time to join me today. And again, if you'd like more information, make sure you check out the website. I don't want you to miss out on all the good stuff that they're doing in the community. And make sure to check them out on all things social media. I know you guys are plugged in. We've got, Instagram, you name it. And while you're there, make sure you check out stltv.net and follow us on all of those wonderfully delightful social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. All right, ladies, this has been fun. That's going to do it for us today. Keep it locked in right here to STL TV, where you get to experience St. Louis.